Did you know that nearly 1 in 3 college freshmen don't make it to their sophomore year? Not because they weren't smart enough, but because nobody told them how different college actually is from everything they'd done before. If you just started college, or you're about to, this video is going to save you a lot of confusion, frustration, and maybe even a failed class or two. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what makes college different from high school, how to take ownership of your education, why your social world is about to shift dramatically, how to manage your time when nobody is managing it for you, and what campus resources actually exist to help you succeed. Let's get into it. Section 1. College is a different world. The biggest mistake new college students make is assuming college is just harder high school. It's not. It's a completely different system with completely different rules. In high school, your teachers checked your homework, reminded you about deadlines, called your parents if you were struggling, and generally kept you on track whether you liked it or not. In college, almost none of that happens. Your professor might have 200 students in a single lecture. They are not going to hunt you down to see if you did the reading. That responsibility has officially transferred to you. Here's another big shift. In high school, you probably spent about 6 hours a day in class. In college, you might only have 12 to 15 hours of class per week. That sounds amazing, until you realize that for every hour you spend in class, you're expected to spend 2 to 3 hours studying outside of it. Do the math. That's a full-time job worth of academic work, and most of it happens on your own schedule. The mindset shift from passive learner to active learner is the single most important adjustment you can make right now. And here's what's interesting. Once you understand this, you start to see college not as a place where education happens to you, but a place where you make it happen. So how exactly do you do that? We'll talk about the first practical step in just a moment. Section 2. Taking ownership of your education. When we say you're in charge of your learning now, what does that actually look like in real life? It means going to class, even when attendance isn't taken. It means reading the syllabus at the start of every semester like it's a contract, because it basically is. It means visiting office hours when you're confused, not the night before the final when it's too late. The syllabus is something a lot of students completely underestimate. That single document tells you every assignment, every deadline, every exam date, and often what percentage of your grade each piece is worth. Students who read and study their syllabus on day one are students who rarely get blindsided by a major deadline they forgot about. Taking ownership also means asking for help before you're drowning. Most students wait way too long. They miss a few classes, fall behind on readings, skip one assignment, and then they feel too embarrassed to reach out because they think they should have been doing better. That's a trap. Professors and academic advisors genuinely want you to succeed, but they can't help you if they don't know you exist. Here's something worth thinking about. Taking ownership sounds like pressure, but it's actually freedom. You get to decide how seriously you take this. So what happens when the freedom starts affecting your social life? That's where things get complicated. Section 3. Navigating your new social world. College is one of the most socially intense experiences of your life. You're suddenly surrounded by thousands of new people, potential friends, potential distractions, and a completely new version of peer pressure. The social landscape of college is genuinely exciting, but it comes with real challenges. You might be living away from home for the first time. Your old friend group is scattered across different schools. You're starting over socially, and that can feel lonely even when you're surrounded by people. Research consistently shows that students who build even 1 or 2 meaningful connections on campus are more likely to stay enrolled and finish their degree. Human connection is not just nice to have in college, it's protective. At the same time, your social choices will directly impact your academic performance. Late nights, skipped classes, and social activities that consistently crowd out studying are some of the most common reasons students fall behind. This isn't about avoiding fun. College should include fun. It's about being intentional so that the fun doesn't quietly become the main event. Clubs, study groups, and campus organizations are some of the best ways to meet people, while also staying grounded in your purpose. And speaking of purpose, how are you going to organize all of this? That brings us to the part most students struggle with more than anything else. Section 4. Time management, when no one is watching. Nobody is going to remind you to study. Nobody is going to check if you're sleeping enough, or eating real food, or keeping up with assignments. That freedom is real, and it will either work for you or against you depending on one thing: how you manage your time. The most effective college students treat their schedule like a professional treats a work calendar. They block out time for classes, study sessions, meals, exercise, and yes, social time. They don't just show up to class and hope everything else works out. A simple strategy that actually works is called time blocking. At the start of each week, sit down and assign specific hours to specific tasks. Study for chemistry from 2 to 4 on Tuesday. Write the first draft of your English paper Thursday morning. Review notes from Monday's lecture on Wednesday night. When your time has a plan, it's much harder to let it slip away. Procrastination is the enemy of every college student, and it usually isn't about laziness. It's about feeling overwhelmed and not knowing where to start. Breaking big tasks into smaller steps makes them feel manageable. Starting with just 10 minutes often builds enough momentum to keep going. Time is the one resource you cannot get back. But here's the good news. You don't have to figure all of this out alone. There's an entire support system on campus most students never even discover. Section 5. Campus resources you didn't know you needed. Here's something that should make you feel a lot better. Your college has almost certainly invested in a wide range of resources, specifically designed to help students like you succeed, and most students never use them. The Tutoring Center can help you with subjects you're struggling in, often for free. The Writing Center will help you improve your essays before you submit them. Academic advisors help you choose the right classes and stay on track to graduate. Counseling services support your mental health when stress gets overwhelming. Career centers help you figure out what comes after college before graduation sneaks up on you. These offices exist because college is hard, and asking for help is smart, not weak. The students who use campus resources consistently outperform the ones who try to white-knuckle their way through every challenge alone. Think of your tuition as paying for access to all of these services, not using them as like paying for a gym membership and never going. College is a transition unlike anything you've experienced before. The rules changed, the expectations shifted, and the responsibility landed on you. But now you know that college isn't just harder high school. It's a different system that rewards students who show up intentionally, manage their time, build real connections, take ownership of their learning, and actually use the support around them. You've got this, but only if you choose to. If this video helped you, hit the like button. It genuinely helps other students find this content when they need it most. Subscribe if you want more practical strategies for navigating college life. And drop a comment below with one thing you're struggling with right now. We read every single one, and your question might become the next video. See you in the next one.